Adobe Illustrator CS4 Basic Modifying Commands. So in this tutorial I'm just going to show you how to use some of the transform and effect commands to manipulate your drawing for laser cutting. So to start with, I'll make a simple box, and when I've done the box, you can see up top here I have my size. So I'm going to make this box 5 by 5. Let's make it a perfect square. Okay, so now I've got my box in here. I'm going to zoom in. So I've got the zoom tool, zoom into this so we can see what we're doing. Okay, and now we'll change some effects. So the first one is I could click on here and go Object, Transform, and in here there's Move, Rotate, Reflect, Scale, Shear. Okay, or I could simply right mouse click and come down to Transform and find the same thing. So if I want to do Move, okay, the Move command comes up, and if I want to move this precisely in a certain distance, I can go horizontally. I want to go 1 inch. Okay, then I could just do Preview so you can see where it's going to move to. Okay, now if I wanted to actually move it and have multiple copies here, what I would do is just hit Copy, and now I would actually have 2 of them. Okay, so that's one simple way of copying things is with the Move command. So I'm going to Control Z to undo that. Okay, I can right mouse click again, go Transform, Rotate, and obviously if I rotate it 45 degrees, and again I'm going to go Preview, so I will hit Preview, and you can see it. And if I want a second copy, I'd hit Copy, and if not, I would just hit OK, and there it's rotated. Okay, I'm just going to zoom out a tiny bit, so I'm going to use a Control minus sign to zoom out one. You can't actually scroll in, scroll out within the software. Okay, so there's my diamond like that. I could also go back and right mouse click, transform, and reflect or scale. Reflect is simply mirroring it, but nothing's going to happen because this object's identical. Okay. The other thing I could do is right mouse click and go transform and scale. So if I wanted to scale it down 10%, whoops, so I go to 90, and if I hit preview here, you can see that it actually previews it a bit smaller. Okay, and again, I could hit copy, and then I have 2 copies of it. Okay, next I'm going to show you is just an offset command. So once again, I'm going to put this in the middle, and I'm going to go this time up to Effect. And from Effect, Distort and Transform, no, that's the same one. We're going to come down to Path, right here, Offset Path. And what I could do here is, let's say I want to offset it to be exactly, I don't know, 0.1. Okay, joins, miters that. I go Preview, and you can see what it does is miters, or it creates an offset to the outside. If I put negative, okay, then what it will do is put it to the inside. Okay, so that's simply offset path. And finally, for alignment, what we're going to do is, let's say I wanted this centered. Okay, what I can do here is I can click on this, and actually I'll click on this one here, whoops, or just that one. Okay, and I'm going to click on this. Now, I can simply go center this like this, but you saw everything shifted, okay, because I didn't select the last one. So I'm going to Control Z to go back one. Now let's say I wanted only this to move to this. Okay, so what I would do is here go Align to Key Object, and then the key object is going to be this one, so it highlights in deeper blue, and now this one here will center to that one. So if I go center this way now, and you can see it only moves a tiny bit, and center it this way, you saw it move up a tiny bit as well. So that's kind of aligning the key object, kind of some offsets and copy commands. So this concludes the basics of just editing and moving some things. And yeah, that concludes it.